Nation, let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody here in the building. You already know what time it is. My apologies for the wait. I don't know what happened with Wasted. So I had to go on the back end and disconnect the channels and, let bro know I was going to go solo tonight. It was supposed to be a Graphk and Wasted show. Salute to my dog. He probably passed out. He's been working like crazy. So I'm here, Dolo, you guys. I wasn't just going to cancel the show. I said, you know what? Let me still do this show. Let's talk about the updated injury report. Let's talk about a few things, man. So my apologies once again, you guys, for the 5-minute delay. I was waiting on my brother. Didn't hear from him. So we're here, man. Salute to everybody, man. Make sure you wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button, man. You already know what time it is. We're almost at 22K. I think we're about 70 away. So make sure you hit that sub button, man. Let me see. Salute, man. I see everybody in the bins. Salute to Sin, Hard Dog, everybody. This was actually given to me for my birthday, man. It was custom made, man. So salute to my boy Fran for sending me this way. Let me see. Max is not allowing a shutdown. Big trust. Look, at the end of the day, man, I'm going to say this, and we'll do this real quick, John. Salute to you. I know what he said on his podcast, saying that he felt like, he's good to go and he's feeling really good right now and blah, 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 right? I understand that. I get it. But let's not act as though a week and a half ago, that this man's knee wasn't swollen like a balloon. And doctors were pretty much saying it was like a 10, 15% chance that if he played on that, he could potentially kill himself with the infection in his knee and all that other stuff. So I know he didn't practice yesterday. I know he did not practice today. Colton Miller didn't practice again. You know what? Let's get straight to it. Let me share this real quick. Salute to everybody here in the building. Let me get this rocking. Injury report. Boom. All right. So today, you guys, Max Crosby with that knee injury did not practice once again. Brandon Faison with the shin injury. He's been limited yesterday and today. It looks as though he's starting to, looks like he may play this Sunday. We need all hands on deck. Maga, our inside linebacker with the knee injury, was limited yesterday and today. Colton Miller, our starting left tackle, man, did not practice yesterday or today, still dealing with that shoulder injury. That is definitely a cause for concern right there because we have Daniil Hunter on the menu, and that guy is a sack artist. John Jenkins, defensive tackle, did not practice today, rest. Daniel Carlson is dealing with an illness. He did not practice today. It's unspecified. There is a lot going on right now, you guys, flu season. So I don't know if Carlson is dealing with the flu or something to that effect, but shout out to Daniel Carlson. We need him on Sunday. And Malcolm Kuntz, you guys, popped up on the injury report with the ankle injury. He was limited in practice today. So we need him. We need him Sunday because if Max can't go, I don't know who we're going to have coming off the edge at this point. It'd be very, very scary to potentially be out there without Max Crosby and Malcolm Kuntz. We talked about the Vikings earlier this morning. Nothing really changed too much. Theo Jackson did not practice yesterday. He was full participant today. Their running back was dealing with a concussion. He's a full participant. Najee Thompson, corner, knee injury, was limited yesterday. Full participant. I mean, look at all their guys, man. Evans, Justin Jefferson, full participants. Tonga, their DT, good to go. And then Ed Ingram popped up on the injury report as well. Their guard with the hip injury, he was limited. So it looks as though Minnesota is very, very healthy at this point. So There you have it, you guys. Salute, you know what I mean, to Max. I know he's going to try and play, you guys. I know this. I know this. He's probably going Antonio Pierce and those guys and screaming from the mountaintops, I do not want to miss a game. I have not missed a game yet. Don't allow this to happen. But we have to think about the future. Like I said in the Coffee and Convo show this morning, at the end of the day, it's not up to Max Crosby. You know, we're still fighting for something. But at the end of the day, it's not up to Max. It's up to the medical staff. It's up to his head coach and, you know, those guys. And I have to keep it real, man. You know, I know a lot of people are saying Antonio Pierce, you know, must finish 4-1 at least. You know, I've spoke on it, right? To win the head coaching position going into the offseason, right? Maybe even have to go 5-0. You know, maybe even just sweep the AFC West. Get Denver, get the Chargers, get the Chiefs out of here, right? Cool. But I have to say this, man. If with Antonio Pierce fighting for a head coaching position, right? Fighting for it. And Champ Kelly as well. Both of these guys are trying to win the full-time gig. I have to say this, man. If Max is truly not ready to go, which I do believe he'll play on Sunday. I truly do. I don't think he's going to allow himself to miss any football. But if he truly can't go and medical is saying that this guy should not play football, I think Pierce's job is more at stake allowing him to play through the injury than not. I think that's a brave stance by our head coach. If that knee is not, you know, medically checked out and Max is like, no, I'm good to go. I think personally, AP deserves a lot more flowers for going away from him and saying, no, we're going to shut you down right now because, you know, we got to get you right for next year. That would be making a major statement with AP if he's not ready to go. You know what I mean? I know Max is going to, like he said on his podcast, I'm good. I'm feeling great. Blah, blah, blah. A week and a half ago, man, it wasn't like that. So we shall see. But we'll see where he is tomorrow. We'll see where he is Saturday. This may come down to like a game time decision type situation. But if our young guy is not fully ready to go, man, I hope that AP says, you know what? Players over everything. He did that with Amik Robertson with the concussion, didn't play him. You know, the former player, he knows how this goes. He understands that Max has a long career in front of him. Just don't allow, you know, 5 games to dictate your future, man. Oh yeah, Sin, he has to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. Max is probably feeling better than he did 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? But for him to say, you know, he's feeling really good and so on and so forth, man, that knee has been hampering him all year long. I want Max for the next 10 years. Yes, not 5 weeks. This is facts, man. Real talk. You're going to piss Mad Max off if we decide not to play him. Hey, man, it is what it is. Sometimes, man, it's a necessary evil, Alex. It is what it is. Yeah, you don't want to upset your superstar defensive end, right? But at the end of the day, man, if AP, a former athlete, is going to him and saying, look, man, I've seen guys do the same thing that you were doing, fighting through injury, and I've seen other guys derail their career by doing this. I'm going to sit you. It is what it is. It is what it is. He's going to have to bite the bullet and say, I agree. Yeah, Cap. I mean, I listened to it. For those who have not gotten a chance to go check it out, Max has a great podcast. He just had an episode with Josh Jacobs. You know, Josh was talking about the things he had to deal with last year. You know, and Max talked about where his health is right now. If you guys get a chance to go check it out on Max Crosby's channel on YouTube, phenomenal podcast, man. But you know, Max is a dog, man. He's going to say everything right because he wants to go out there and play with his teammates. Let me see. LT says, I know Max, his injury's been through it. My senior, it stopped me from playing college ball. It killed my chances. There you go, LT. There you go. There you go. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. My apologies for the delay. It's supposed to be a Graphk and Wasted show. My apologies, y'all. Like I said, bro probably passed out. He had a long day at work. So I'm going to just do a solo Graphk Raiders show with all my people, man. Make sure you wipe them feet, man. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Max needs to call it a season. Can we all quit fooling ourselves? It's not like we're winning the Super Bowl with Aiden O'Connell, at least this year. Let's just lose out, reload with the star QB in the draft, and move on. I'm going to say this, man. It's a very hard sell, Lake Show, to tell Devontae Adams, to tell Josh Jacobs, to tell those veterans out there, go ahead and just lose out. It's not an easy sell. I mean, is it kind of unrealistic to say you're going to win a Super Bowl with Aiden O'Connell? It is. It really is. I mean, when do you ever see a young guy coming in, a later round guy coming in year one under the circumstances, especially that we've been dealt, right? With Ziegler gone, Josh McDaniels gone, a whole new offensive coordinator and so on and so forth. It's not too logical. You know what I mean? It really isn't. It's very unrealistic at this point, Layshaw. I have to agree with you. But at the end of the day, I want these guys to go out there and fight. We have all our draft capital. If we want to move up and down the board, we can. We have a full draft. We have all of our draft picks. We have a lot of salary cap next year. You know what I mean? That we can work some twists and work some things around. At the end of the day, there's some winnable games in front of us. You want to go out there and fight. But we can move up and down that board. So even if we do win these games, Lakeshow, if we win out, we find a way to get a wild card, or even if we're just a game or two out, right? At the end of the day, we still have everything in our power to move up and down that board to go get where we want to get. And we have all our future firsts. We have a lot of draft capital that we can throw another team's way if we decide on moving up to go get our next QB of the future. Let me see. Hey, you never see it until it's done. Let me see. John, I agree with you. I'm just being realistic, brother. You know what I mean? It's very, it's kind of hard to sell your fan base. Aiden O'Connell was going to go out there and win you a Super Bowl in year one with everything he's had to deal with. That's all I'm going to say, especially at 5-7 right now. And a lot of teams in front of us, like this upcoming week, Cincinnati plays, who do they play? They're playing somebody in front of us. Right? The Chargers are playing the Broncos, I believe. Two teams in front of us right now. Pittsburgh Steelers right now are playing New England. We need Pittsburgh to lose. And, knowing New England, they'll find a way to give this game back to them. And there it goes. 21-18 right now. Steelers got the ball. So they'll probably end up messing that up. Right? So Indy, there you go. They got Indy right there. So it's very hard to imagine everything playing out with all the help that we need to come our way in order to slip into the playoffs. Like I said, Indy, Cincinnati, two teams in front of us now, they play each other. The Broncos, Chargers, they play each other. The Chiefs, Buffalo, two teams in front of us. We need KC to beat Buffalo, but, Buffalo has the tiebreaker over us because they beat us. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, you know what I mean? But it can't happen. We've seen wild shit happen in the NFL. Well, we need these next few games because, let me see, we need this progress because if not, they'll change everything up next year. Let me see. Salute the Raider Nation, Drew. We need to see his progress because if not, they'll change everything up next year. Let me see. I'm never tanking. I believe in integrity. Giving up doesn't teach lessons anyway. Yeah, man. And like I said, there's veterans on this team. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, bro.
Hey.
I done disconnected the channels, man, and just did this dolo, bro. Like, what's up? What you doing, man?
You know what happened? I fell asleep on my wife's ass.
I knew it.
Yeah, I did.
All right. I knew it.
Terrible, man. Terrible, disgusting work, man.
Let me see if I can add this back.
Nah, whatever. Let's keep going.
I added it back on, so we're good to go. Yeah. Salute to everybody here in the building. Just went over the injury report right here. Wayside, have you seen the updated injury report?
Yeah, man. It's crazy because, the two most important players to us, winning are two of the guys that are up in the year. You know what I mean? I love the fact that Brandon Faison is practicing with us. Maybe he gets some snaps.
Yeah.
But Colton Miller and Max Crosby, those are big guys, man, that we're gonna need to win this football game, man. And I'm of the mindset of Max Crosby is not 100%, and there's any way that they could be like taking a few years off of his career.
Yeah,
I'm not willing to gamble with his future like that for a game that really is not going to be.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You got to think about the future. You have to think about the future, especially with, like I said, with everything that went on this season, man. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's like, at the end of the day, man, we have to be realistic here. We have to be logical, and Max Crosby is going to play for the Raiders for another 10 years potentially. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to put him in harm's way at all for a game like this. And to be honest with you, it's the Minnesota Vikings. Like, even if he didn't play this Sunday, I think we can still beat this team. Like, realistically, bro, it's very tough to win without Max Crosby, period. But this is still a winnable game. They struggled mightily their last game against the Chicago Bears under the bright lights. You know what I'm saying? Dobbs he threw 4 picks. He's a turnover machine. This guy, I think that we can still get them out of the way even without Max.
No, I don't.
Wow. You're giving Minnesota a lot of kudos, bro.
Yeah, well, Minnesota's a very talented football team. And now they're getting Justin Jefferson back. And he's the straw that serves the drink over there.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Justin Jefferson come back changes the complexion of this game. Hawkinson and all those guys are there, man. Jordan Addison.
Oh, they got weapons.
A lot of weapons. And the thing about it is they were talented anyway. And them getting a guy like Justin Jefferson back, that just opens everything up. It's going to be a tall order stopping them with or without Max Crosby.
I agree, but I'm not going to give a lot of those. And we were talking about this on the phone before the live. A lot of those stats, what are they, number 6 in the passing game in the NFL, something like that? Number 9?
It's time for us to warm it up here.
Yeah,
it is time for us to warm it up. The stats are here.
I think it's number.
Oh, my God.
Were they number 9 in the passing game?
Well, we're going to warm it up here, ladies and gents. The Minnesota Vikings offense ranks 10th in the league.
Okay.
With 350 yards per game, 6th in passing at 258 yards a game, 28th in rushing.
Okay. Now, how much of that came when Kirk Cousins was the quarterback?
Almost all of it.
There you have it. Now, they're 28th in rushing?
Yes.
There's only 3 teams that are below us right now because we're like pretty much the worst team in the NFL, right? In the run game.
Yes, we are. We're 31st.
Yeah. So there you have it. So it's going to be probably – you think it's going to be a pass-heavy game?
It depends, man. It really depends on whether Josh Dobbs comes out and he's firing all cylinders. But I'm of the summation that the Raiders to win this football game have to take it out of the air and they have to win this game on the ground. But if the Minnesota Vikings are up, it will be pass heavy game. I'm sorry, I'm just yawning like crazy.
Salute to John and Graphk and Mr. Supreme Talent. Respectfully, we all know Colton and Max are playing. They played last week, not 100, and got the rest. It's happening, friends. Look, but we have to talk about both sides of the coin, John. We have to talk about if they don't or if they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shoulder injury has been affecting, Colton Miller for the past few weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it is realistic that he may not play. And we actually went out there and won a ball game without Colton Miller, with Jermaine Illuminor at left tackle. You know what I'm saying? So they may think, okay, just move Maine back over to left tackle, keep Mumford at right, and let's go out there and win another game with him. And our guy can get a little bit more rest. I'm just saying it's realistic. You know what I'm saying? It really is. They both haven't practiced today or yesterday. So we have to look at it from a broad spectrum, right? Salute to Mick Raider, man. AP can't lose unless he's been promised the job. I don't agree.
And to be honest with you, nothing's promised. And I'm glad that they have not promised him the job yet. I'm glad. This will be the first time that Mark Davis, since he's been the owner of this team, has gone into this thing with no preconceived front runner, no bias. He's just going into things. He's being surgical. And if I'm honest, Antonio Pierce hasn't done enough for anybody to offer him a job. If you take his resume and put it next to somebody who would be up for this job, there's nothing there. I mean, he has to win more for him to win this job. And if I'm being honest, I'm tired of our fan base just anointing people. That shit is annoying. Like, this is a commitment to excellence, man. Yeah. It's a commitment to excellence. It's not a commitment to mediocrity. Yeah. Antonio Pierce has to win a few more games for him to be offered his job. And I'm just going to be honest with you, man.
But I think it's even more than that. Like, Yeah, you got to win some more football games, but how did you win them? Like some of these games are very winnable, bro. Like you can't go out there and put up under 20 points and beat some of these teams. Like you got to go out there and open up this offense and get this offense going. I think it's crazy as it sounds. AP has to go over to Bo and say, bro, like our careers are relying on this. This offense has to get moving because we have not been able to get this moving at all season long. I mean, it's been a struggle. Like AP has to, and I think that they've all gotten, at the table this bye week and said, look, we understand what's going on. We understand what's at stake, for us moving forward. But I mean, look, that offense has to get click and wasted. I'm sorry, bro. Like you can't expect this defense to go out there and do what they did against the Giants or do what they did against the Jets. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be playing some high-flying offenses. Minnesota has a really good offense. Kansas City, once again, them on the menu. They have a really good offense. I don't care if the Chargers have been struggling all year. You still got Herbert one more time. Russell Wilson is looking like the old Russell Wilson now. You got them on the menu. And then you got Indianapolis, with Mustache Man over there getting it done every week. You know what I mean? So,
whoa, Uncle Rico, baby. Yeah. Uncle Rico is lighting up.
Yeah, but I agree with you. Like, I don't want to annoy anybody. You have to go out there and earn it. But you have to look at what he's done already. For him to literally change the culture like in a week, to go out there, get these guys prepared, cigars, everybody changed, everybody laughing and back to the shit. You have to get like that is a trait of a great head coach. It is.
That's not enough for me to just give you a job now.
No. I agree with you, but that has to stand for something, right? It has to stand for something.
No, yeah, it stands for something, but it doesn't stand for giving him the job right off the bat. And that's the thing. So if you're gonna put his resume and what he's done on the table, the way you have to view this is from when he started to the end of the season. What is his record? Yeah. Right? Does he have a winning record?
500 right now.
That's big. So that's big. So okay, say for instance, he doesn't win another game for the rest of the season, right? Can you give him the job then? No. So we got to let it play out. And I'm just, I just get tired of people, like when they talk about Aiden O'Connor, it's like, whoa, you got to build around Aiden. Why?
Now that's cap because he has not done anything to be able to be spoken about like that. You can't say build around Aiden.
Bro, but we got yahoos in this fan base that are saying that because it feels good right now. Yeah. These are the same motherfuckers who say that we should make Charles Woodson our defensive coordinator, where he's never coached and doesn't want to coach, got a whole lot of money, has no interest in coaching. You got motherfuckers that say, oh, we need to bring back Tim Brown and make him our GM. Oh, let's go out and go find every guy who's ever played for the Raiders and bring them back. These are the same people. We got a lot of nostalgic motherfuckers here, bro.
Let me ask you this.
Things logically.
Let me ask you this. If AP goes 4-1, okay, these next 5 games, and Ben Johnson is a realistic option for us next year, the OC from the Detroit Lions, are you keeping AP at 4-1? They lose to the Chiefs again, Christmas Day. You keeping AP 4-1?
AP, look, to be honest with you, the Ben Johnson thing, I'm kind of cool on that. You know what I mean? See,
what?
I'm cool on it. Because look, to be honest with you, if I'm going to go and deal with an unproven commodity, I might as well deal with the unproven commodity that I know, which was Antonio Pierce. If I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put resumes next to each other, then that's different. So say, for instance, a Jim Harbaugh comes in. This is a guy who has a proven track record, right? If he wants the Raider job, I'm going to have to consider that, right? Say, for instance, you talk about an offensive coordinator who's been around the block a long time, or them going out there and considering, a guy that's been a head coach before. So that's a little different to me. With Ben Johnson, bro, one, I don't think he's going to consider the Raider job. This job isn't the job that is best for a guy who was getting his first coaching job. A guy that's going to get his first coaching job, he's going to leave Detroit and he's going to say, hey, how high of a draft pick do I have? Am I going to be able to get my quarterback right off the rip? We're not one of the worst teams in the league, right? And our salary cap situation isn't the best. So if I'm Ben Johnson, I'm not picking this job. right or wrong. I'm not picking his job. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna, go with the worst team in the league, and I'm gonna, pick my quarterback, and I'm gonna build my thing from the ground up. Right. So I mean, just for me, right? If I'm gonna deal
I'm not. I mean, if I'm Ben Johnson and I'm going from a winning situation in Detroit and I can pick the Raiders over Carolina or the Commanders or these other teams, I'm going to Devontae Adams, potentially Josh Jacobs, Myers, and all these weapons that we have. There's no way in hell I'm going to say I'm going to go coach Bryce Young with no offensive line and try and build it up, knowing their track record of getting rid of coaches quick and fast too. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
That's not an attractive job, but like Chicago, that might be an attractive job. That's what I mean. I'm talking about like a team that has the number one pick. You could possibly coach Caleb Williams. To me, that's more attractive than coming in here and dealing with a situation where, my salary cap situation is not the greatest. I haven't located the quarterback. I'm probably not going to get a chance to locate the quarterback within the first couple of years. If I'm leaving and I'm the number one fucking guy on the market, I'm the number one coordinator everybody's talking about, I'm going to go probably and go coach Caleb Williams or Drake May. Let's be for real here.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, if you have a situation where the Raiders are still drafting somewhere around that top 10 and you can realistically have your shot at picking where you want to go, because Carolina already wants to bring him in for another interview. Chicago as well, like you spoke about them, they're probably going to move on from their coach and retool that and go get whoever they want to get. They have a lot of draft capital. Chicago can reload real fast, and in a hurry, they can move on from Justin Fields and even pick up more draft capital. So Chicago it might be a sexy destination for a first-time head coach. You're right. But if I'm Ben Johnson, I'm still looking at, man, that offense that they have, they just need somebody with a mind like me to unlock it. I don't have to wait for, I don't have to go wait for Caleb Williams to potentially develop. I don't have to go, pick, like, we're a few pieces away. Yeah. We're a quarterback away. We could be a quarterback away right now.
And so being a quarterback away is a huge place away.
Oh, no. It is. It's like saying you were 6 numbers away from winning the lottery. So I understand.
And the ownership group, it all depends on how they view that. Like, the way people outside of the Raider ethos, the way they view Mark Davis might not be as favorable as you think. Maybe, Ben Johnson, doesn't want to move and move all the way out to the desert. He's in Detroit. It's a natural progression. And go right to Chicago. He's right in the Midwest. He doesn't have to move really. Like, there are other things you got to consider. Like, us as Raider fans, we look at this job, and to us, it's the most attractive job that there is. But it might not be attractive to a guy who has all the options in the world. So then, if you're going to deal with that prism, right, and you're going to deal with, say, for instance, a Harbaugh leaving Michigan and possibly going to Los Angeles, I'm hearing that Jim Harbaugh's in love with Sherbert. You know what I'm saying? And or maybe he goes to Chicago. He played for the Chicago Bears, like stuff like that. So once you start, when you start lining everything up, do I think Antonio Pierce has a great shot at this? Yeah, but what I'm saying is that
you're right though. I mean, I think we're both right in a sense, though, Waze, because I'm
definitely right.
You showed up. You showed up 15 minutes late. You're wrong,
and I was right about that too.
But let me ask you this: you can coach Caleb Williams year 1, Marvin Harrison Jr., DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet in Chicago. Or you can have, let's just say, Jaden Daniel, Devontae Adams, all the weapons that we have on the offensive side of the ball, and bring back Josh Jacobs. If you're an offensive coordinator looking for a head coaching position, where would you go?
See, that's hard for me because there's bias in it, right? I'm a Raider fan, right?
Take your bias out of it. Take your bias, because that to me, Chicago sounds like a great situation. But you also have to look at how the upper management has worked, how their ownership has been. They've been a poor franchise for a long time. We have as well, but we've had.
You act like
we're in a new situation in Vegas, new stadium. There's a lot of new energy around us. We're no longer the lowly Oakland Raiders. You know what I mean? Like, there is still some allure to what we got going on. Don't get me wrong, that shit will die off real soon here if we don't find a way to start winning in the next few years. Vegas will totally give up on this franchise. Let's just keep it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The Bears, for as putrid as they've been to a Super Bowl more recently than we have.
Yeah.
And
I hear you.
When Lovie Smith was there, they've had success more recently than we have.
Yeah, they were in the playoffs with Khalil.
Yeah. So look, man, that has nothing to do with it. The Chicago Bears are a banner franchise, and that they are the inaugural franchise for the National Football League.
Yeah.
The,
Hey, real quick, man. Salute to John. I saw a couple moves early. Yes, we went out and signed Janarius Robinson, defensive end, off our practice squad. So he's on the active roster right now with Malcolm Kuntz dealing with an injury, with Max dealing with the knee. We also signed defensive end Charles Snowden to the practice squad. So we have another DE that we signed to the practice squad. So we brought in 2 defensive ends, John. I don't know how much these guys are going to do for us. I'm going to be honest with you. Janarius Robinson has been in the league for a few years. He hasn't really done too much. A guy that I think we talked about out of Florida State, hasn't really worked out. Snowden is an interesting product, though. I think this dude's like 6'7", 6'8", or some shit. Like, he's a tall dude. Like he's a freak athlete, but he just nothing has panned out for him. Yes, he's been at UDFA in 2021. He converted to edge in 2021 with the Bears, posted 190 tackles, 30 tackles for a loss, 2 INTs, 3 forced fumbles, and 15 sacks in 45 college games. He's 6'7", 240, posted a 4.75 40. Salute to Scout. He put that on Twitter. So there you have it. That's
Dahmer he's back. He's on Twitter.
Oh, he's been on Twitter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said Dahmer. Salute to 2 Romes. Do you feel Amik is a starter? Seems like most fans are always trying to replace him. Love the show. Appreciate you, brother. I don't. I think he's more of a rotational guy that you can come in and start for you here and there if someone goes down. But I don't think that Amik Robertson needs to be starting, especially on a good team. Like, Amik would start for all those lowly teams that we grew up loving, Wasted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see him being one of those guys that we would have to rely on. You know what I mean? But
you know what? He wouldn't start for some of them lowly teams. We had some damn good corners or something. We had Nnamdi Asomugha.
Well, I'm talking about after Nnamdi, after Charles. I'm talking about in when we had to go out and draft, and rest in peace, no shade to DJ Hayden, and no disrespect to our boy Garyon. But it's just real talk. Like, if they didn't work out, they didn't pan out for the Raiders. Like, back then, Amik probably would have had to start. Let's just keep it a buck.
To me, I'm gonna be honest with you, Amik Robertson, I'm not starting him over Garyon Connolly.
Well, I mean, you look at the intangibles.
If Garyon Connolly's healthy and stays healthy, I'm not starting Amik Robertson over him.
I wouldn't either. There's a reason he was a first-round pick.
Yes.
Did he not work out for us? No, he didn't.
Same thing with DJ Hayden. DJ Hayden was a good player. I'm not just saying that rest in peace to DJ Hayden. He was a good player when he was healthy. Look, and I'm not coming here to be the to get off my lawn guy.
Oh, no, you definitely are. When you just wake up, you are a total asshole. So I knew what Wasted to expect tonight. When I seen you pop up, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get asshole Wasted. So go ahead and talk your shit, bro. Pop your shit. It's all good. And it looks like New England's about to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers right now.
That's excellent, man.
Yeah, it's 1:51 left in the game. Steelers have no timeouts. New England's at the 48. So it looks as though this is 2nd and 13. Looks like they can run the clock here a little bit and get the hell out of here.
Bailey Zappi, your boy.
Hey, man. I'm trying to. Hey, man, look. Give him a real shot, man. He got 240 yards, 3 touchdowns. He finally threw a pick, though.
Fucking belly check.
Come on.
Let me ask you a question, though. Listen, this is a wasted talent special, man. Do you think that the New England job is a more attractive job than a Raider job?
Game over. First down, New England. You said is the New England job?
Yeah, a more like, say for instance, Belichick doesn't come back, and it's open, and it's open season for a coach. Would you take the New England job?
No,
over the Raider job? Not
at all. They have a few pieces. They got Christian Gonzalez. They got Rondre Stevenson. They got a few guys, but they need so much. They need receivers. They need a lot, bro. Like, New England needs a lot. Yeah, they have some talent around there, but we talked about it on the phone. They're probably going to give Gerard Mayo the job. You know what I mean? They're going to keep it in-house. You know how New England does. They're going to look into the future and keep one of their guys in-house. I don't know, bro. There's no way. Like, no. Like, bro, you live in the Northeast. You want to live in Boston or you want to live in Vegas?
Hey, man, it depends on what kind of person you are. Now, the thing about it is that Would you want that job if you know you had the first or second pick in the draft? If you're an offensive coordinator. And see, that's the thing, man. It's about locating the quarterback, bro.
Let me ask you this: who's the GM?
Doesn't matter. Say for
It
instance,
doesn't matter. It doesn't. If you're working under Bill, that job's not a.
you're not working under Bill. Bill is no longer the coach. He's no Bill. The Bill.
So he's just out of the building. He's no longer the head coach.
Belichick era is over.
Okay.
Over.
All right.
It's over. You're Ben Johnson, right? You get final cut. You get to take your guy. They're going to listen to you. That's a contingency of the job.
And they're picking at 2.
They're picking at 1 or 2. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so they're picking at 1 or 2, and they have the option of Caleb Williams, which they wouldn't take. They take Drake May.
How do you know that Ben Johnson wouldn't take Caleb Williams?
Well, we're talking about if Ben Johnson was there. I keep thinking, I'm thinking Bill Belichick.
You gotta wash that from your brain, brother.
Yeah.
So he's the guy. He's making the pick. He loves Caleb Williams. He's available.
I'd take the Chicago job over New England.
But I'm just saying, if the New England Patriots are the worst team in the league and he wants Caleb Williams or Chicago, that's where that man is going to go.
Chicago has Carolina's pick. They're going to have 2 picks in the top 5. Chicago's a sexier destination than going out to Boston. It just is what it is.
Still in all, say for instance, New England's the worst team in the league. They lose the most games. They're the worst team in the league.
Yeah, but we can't say that because Carolina only has 1 win, bro. New England has 3. It's going to be very tough to see Carolina win one more football game.
Ruin my hypothetical.
Because it don't make no motherfucking sense.
Yes, it does.
How?
The season's not over yet, bro. Carolina might run off a win. Who knows? People are stupid.
They get fired. Fire the head coach and win games.
We've even done that dumb shit. Win a game, we ain't got no business winning, and fucking win our way.
So now that we're doing hypotheticals here, Wasted, what if the Raiders just go win every game and win the Super Bowl? Just every one of them. Every one.
Hey, man, what if I paint myself purple and dip myself in Sunday sauce? How about that, man? How about I shave my ass and call me Susie? Huh? How about that?
Yo, salute to Grew in the building. I had to respond to a dumb hypothetical with another stupid hypothetical.
Hey, man. Hey, how about we dance in a circle, man, and square dance? How about that? You like square dance and Graphk?
Fucking stupid, bro.
Get the F out of here, man.
Salute to John, man. Supreme in here pissed. He's still not cheek to cheek with them cheeks. Smile, my guy. Hugs and stuff. Life short. Smile often. Salute to John in the building, man, as well. Salute. So let's go over some of these matchups, man. We got a few more days until the game. I wanted to bring up Minnesota's roster real quick, but we don't have to do that.
Hey, man, we know what their roster. Well, hold
on.
All right.
You tried, bro. You failed miserably, bro. You failed miserably. We know it's Max Crosby and Daniil Hunter. We know it's Devontae and Justin Jefferson. At this point, it's Jordan Addison and Myers. It's Mayer versus TJ Hawkinson. There's a lot of talent on both sides of these teams, right? We're still trying to figure it out. Minnesota's in a weird situation. They lose their starting quarterback. They were going on a run. At one point, weren't they like 6-3, 6-2, 6-3? They were winning a lot of football games with Kirk Cousins before he went out. I think he tore his Achilles, I believe. Yeah. If you have to go and you look at on paper right now, Wasted, unbiased, who's the better football team?
Well, numbers will tell you it's the Minnesota Vikings. They have a better roster.
Okay, talent-wise, you're looking at each player. They got Byron Murphy.
Yeah, player for player, they have a better roster than us.
Okay.
They do. You know what I mean? Unbiased. Do we have some better players in certain places? Yeah, but even in that perspective, Daniil Hunter and some of the guys they got in the secondary of that defense, they have a more talented roster.
Yeah, and like Watts said, I know Hawkinson, man. They're gonna try and eat up the middle of that field with TJ Hawkinson, man. Who are you putting on the young pup over there that plays tight end in Minnesota, man? Hawkinson's a dog,
bro. It's gonna be hard because he's a kind of guy that he's gonna present some of the Travis Kelce kind of problems for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you can try to bring Spill to stick with him. You know, maybe bring in Amari Burney. You know, Amari Burney's a former defensive back. You know, but man, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be a tall order, man.
Hawkinson's having a hell of a year too, man. 80 receptions, 786 yards, 9.8 a clip, and 5 touchdowns. So Hawkinson's been eating for Minnesota. He has. That's gonna be a tough assignment for somebody out there at Allegiant Stadium come Sunday, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. You gotta gang tackle them. That's facts, Watts. Eddie says Palomau. Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's easy. We can say that, man, but thing is, man, if we're in our base defense, Palomau's not going to be out there. You know what I mean? And I think you're going to need a little bit more size than that, a little more strength. Hawkinson's a big boy, man. Yeah. That's a big boy right there, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's a budding superstar.
No, he is.
He's a budding superstar.
Only 26 years old. He's just starting to hit his stride right now. So yeah, it's scary, bro. That's what 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, man. Crazy. That's a big hoe cake eating motherfucker right there.
Facts. I want to see what Jordan Addison's looking like. Because since Justin Jefferson went down, bro, the Rook has been cooking. 54 receptions, 686 yards in the air, 12.7 a clip, and he has 7 tutties right now. So he's doing his thing too. He is definitely doing his thing. I want to see what Josh Dobbs looks like since he's been in Minnesota. I know he played a few good games out there in Arizona.
I mean, he's pretty much had the same trajectory. You know, he had 2 good games. He had 2 really bad games. Like, you know, the game against Chicago, he threw 4 interceptions, right? Mm-hmm. And people are like, well, you know, it's a winnable game because, you know, they lost 10, but we got blown out by the Chicago Bears with fucking a 3rd-string quarterback. No. So the Chicago Bears are not a terrible football team. They're really not.
Let me see. With Minnesota, 5 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Very mid. He's big mid a lot. Yeah. He's right in the middle everywhere, man.
832 yards in the air. Yeah, man. 85 completions with Minnesota. 128 attempts. So they are throwing the football out there. Completion rate of 66.4. Yeah, man. TD rate of 3.9. Yeah, he's been struggling out there, bro.
I think the biggest mistake Minnesota made was not pulling the trigger and bringing in Jameis Winston. Big mistake for them. They probably should have. Jameis Winston would be perfect for that football team.
Damn, I could definitely see that. Just a gunslinger, huh? With all those options. You got Hopkins, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. Hey, just throw that bitch in the air and see what happens.
You know, Jay, he tossed that thing. Like he said, I tossed that thing, man.
You know, they wanted to keep him in New Orleans, man, just in case shit hit the fan, and it's looking like shit hit the fan. So,
let me tell you something. Forky is forking it up out there, baby. Damn. Forky is trizash, man. You know, I just want to say something to the people that are watching. You know, I said this on my channel, and I'd like all of you over here. You know, all 30, 40,000 of you at Graphk Network that were big car supporters and who gave us a lot of shit and said, you know, oh, well, where's the defense? Where's the defense? Guess what? He's got a defense now. Ha ha ha! We were right. F you. That's all I gotta say, man. I don't have anything that was like so great and poignant. The dude is ass.
Violence.
Violencia. His ass.
Let me see. He said, no. Jesus, they would never trade Justin Fields within the division. They're not going to give him to Minnesota and then watch him cook. What if Chicago took one of those young guys, Caleb Williams or Drake May, they end up being a bust, and Justin Fields goes over there with all those dynamic weapons and just turns just into a superstar? You think Chicago can live with that? There's no way in hell.
Nah, not at all, man.
Yeah, there's no way. Let me see. Fuck, man. Wasted it, opened up the floodgates and shit. Love Winston and Dan. I would have made make this matchup so much scarier if he was in Minnesota. Yeah, definitely would have been just you got to go out there and just fling the rock. Just to go out there. This is a game where I want to see Aiden go out there and toss that thing though. Just throw the football. Like go out there and pick. I mean, you got to pick your spots. Don't get me wrong, but I want to see him go out there and have a 300-yard game in the air because we have not been able to run the ball effectively. Did you know where Minnesota rates against the run on the defensive side of the ball?
We're 29th.
Against the run. No, they're 28th.
Against the run. Oh, let me get that for you.
Because they're 28th in the run game. in the NFL offensively.
Let me get that for you, my brother. Defensively, the Vikings rank 13th in total defense, 18th in passing, and 7th in rushing yards.
Okay, so we're probably going to struggle to run the football again like we have all year long. That's why we're 31st in the NFL, 31st. But you said 18th against the pass?
Hold on.
Because if they're 18th against the pass,
God damn it, Graphk.
we got it. Hey,
the F Graphk.
Middle of the pack.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Middle of the pack.
Nothing. 28th in rushing, 15th in points. Defensively, the Vikings rank 13th in total defense, 18th in passing, and 7th in rushing yards per game, 96 yards per game. That's what they allow.
They don't give up a lot on the ground. Yeah,
they don't give up a whole lot of anything.
Hey, Jesus, they cannot run the football. They are 28th in the NFL running the football. They have not been able to get going in the ground game.
Madison doesn't scare me.
No.
Madison doesn't scare me. It's not like we're dealing with fucking Robert Smith here.
Well, I mean, you know,
Peterson. It's not what we're dealing with, man.
But you can go play Chicago in Chicago and have them have a third string running back just run all over you. So, you know, we've seen it. We've seen it before. So you just never know. This might be the week where Madison figures the shit out. You know, we've seen this countless weeks wasted. We know that teams wake up when they play the Raiders. Look at Kansas City. The offense woke back up and it went right back to fucking sleep the following week.
Bro, I want AOC to sling that rock like his name is Rich Porter or Alpo.
Yes.
Sling that rock.
New Jack City, bro. I want to see
a little Nino Brownage.
Yes.
We want to see little G Money.
Facts. Shout out to Van City. He said, Miss Van City surprised me the other night with a vacation package and tickets to the Donkeys game. My first ever Raiders game. I cannot wait. Well, guess what, man? I'm going to be out there, Van City.
And I might be out there too, Van City. And I might be out there, be able to come out there and put you in a figure four and slap you in the stomach like Ric Flair.
Salute to Van City. Hey, I'll be out there for my birthday, brother. So we'll let you know where we are. Make sure you pull up on us, man, and have a drink and come kick it with us, man. Salute to you. And that's phenomenal that your girl did that for you, man. That's so dope. Let me see. We're going to play aggressive. We got nothing to lose. And Eddie, this is facts. But the offense has to figure it out, man. It's just been dreadful watching this not be able to put up points, bro. Like recent years, we've been able to score and not stop anybody. It's like, dude, what are we doing? Like, this is just nasty, nasty work.
Yeah, I mean, look, it all starts up front, man. The inconsistency of our offensive line makes our offense either come or go, right? Yeah. Josh Jacobs a lot of times has people in his lap as soon as he touches the football, man.
Yeah.
And that is the problem, man. We really, really, man, no matter who's the coach and no matter who comes back in, they need to make a real focus on building this team from the inside out.
I agree.
I'm getting tired of it, man. Like, the inconsistencies of this team all start up front because there are weeks where you have Dylan Parham when he does not have Colt Miller getting put in people's lap. Andre James, for me, is the first thing that I would correct this offseason. He'd be gone.
Well, he's a free agent, so
get him the F out of here. The F out of here. It's an F and bum. I'm waking up now. I'm sorry.
Let me see, bro. We average like 19 points a game. Watch, this is facts. It's nasty work. Salute to Joe. I find it BS that McDaniels is the main reason we ain't making the postseason. But if AP doesn't pull off a miracle, he doesn't deserve the job. I agree with you, Joe, but it just sucks that this is the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. Josh built the team. You know, AP had to take the keys in the middle of the season in a fucked up situation, and he's expected to turn chicken salad into chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yes, sir. Yes, you know sir. Such is life, though. Such is life. He doesn't have a coaching resume.
No.
This essentially is his coaching resume.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is it. Good, bad, or indifferent, man. Football and life is a meritocracy. That is what it is. It is what how well you do, you know, determines your latitude. It matters whether he wins, bro. Because if not, they might as well just say, hey, man, AP, sight unseen, take the job.
Eddie says, what kills me are those shotgun run plays when we need a yard or two. Yeah, it's nasty work out here with Bo calling them stupid plays, bro. Definitely. Either way, I feel we need an experienced head coach. Samuel, I'm not against that. Just some things, man, you know, you can't some things you can't, like, it's like what he has, what AP has is something that a lot of people just don't. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even say the it factor, because when you have it, you just go out there and you win games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you win games. I don't know if he has that yet, but he is in a bad situation where he's trying to change this thing overnight, right? But he just has that feistiness. He has that
he's a leader, bro. Look,
yeah.
he is the kind of coach that I've been saying that the Raiders have needed for a long time. He doesn't have a playbook, so what? He's a leader of men, right? But at the end of the day, if you are Mark Davis, and I'm speaking at this respectfully, right? If you're Mark Davis, you can't worry about whether he's loved by everybody in the building now, because a lot of the players that are in the building today might not necessarily be in the building tomorrow.
Definitely.
This team is not that good, right? So you're going to make a lot of changes along the way. For me, it is all about the vision going forward. Who leads you in the right direction to be successful? Now, I think the way that the team will be successful is keeping Patrick Graham. Keeping I would like to see, but for me, Antonio Pierce has to win a few more games to earn this job.
Definitely.
I'm sorry.
No, what you apologizing for? Beating the Jets and Giants ain't going to do it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Like, listen, I know this is a feel-good story. We like AP. He looks the part, all of that shit. But if we go and he doesn't win another game this season, how the fuck are you going to tell me that you can't interview somebody else?
Yeah. Well, AP, the dope thing is AP understands that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think he would be upset if Mark brings in a few guys or candidates to interview, because he knows, this is what I love about every presser. I know the business. One day you're here, the next day you're not. You know what I mean? Like, he always repeats that. He already knows it's a business. One day I'm not going to be here. One day this guy's not going to be here. One day none of us are going to be here.
Look, I like AP, but what I'm saying is, I'm not getting caught up in the rapture.
Yeah,
I'm not getting caught up in that shit. A lot of times I get filled with hopium.
Yeah.
And I try to, I don't come on these airwaves to shit on a team, to shit on what they do just for, clicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a lot of guys that come on here, they have a narrative-based content. We don't do that here at Show.
Nah, not at all.
You'll never see me here with a fucking Saints jersey on or some bullshit like that. You'll never see me sit up here sucking Derek Carr off every fucking week, even when he plays fucking horrible. I'm not going to do that. And what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to come here. And it's not about no other content creator, because I don't give a fuck about any of these other guys, right? The only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be honest. He got to win more for me to give him this job, or else I'm not doing my just diligence as an owner. And I'm not doing my just diligence as a guy who covers this fucking team, who loves this team.
Yeah.
Mediocrity is not the bar, man.
No, not at all. And to be real with you, like you said, you got to win a few more games. If you can be you're 500 right now, if you can win 3 more games, I think you have to really look at AP and say, okay, he might be the guy. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Your actual starting head coach was down bad before he was fired.
Yeah.
Like, so AP was already put in a situation where it was like, damn, man, I have to really fix this thing quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then you go out and win 2 games back to back, which is major. Then you go out and lose 2 games that you realistically should have lost. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. The Dolphins and Chiefs are better football teams. Played them fairly well as well. But I hope during this bye week, they talked about adjustments. I hope that he's reached out around the league and talked to maybe some of his former head coaches, to other guys, and is trying to learn how to adjust at the half. Because that's been the tale of the season. Wasted is, okay, cool. You put up a cool first half, but what are you doing in the second half? Because the other team makes the adjustments. We don't. We lose football.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm willing to grow with this situation and to give him grace. But what I'm not willing to do is turn a blind eye to the mistakes that are being made either.
Yeah.
Has to win more. I see people in the chat, people like, oh, he changed the culture. So the fuck what? Because if you change the culture for a bunch of guys that are not going to be here, who the fuck cares?
But that has to stand for something.
No, it
look what Rich Bisaccia did for that team, man. He came in, They fought for him. The culture was also shifted with him, and they went to the playoffs, bro. Like that has to stand for something. I get what you're saying.
It has to sustain, bro.
No, I know because we're looking.
So if you win against the bum ass Giants and you beat the Jets and you don't win another game for the rest of the season, you change the culture, but we still lost.
Agree.
So the thing is, there has to be a net sum total to the changing of the guard around this motherfucker. Like, you got to win. When we talk about the culture being changed and the players being happy and shit like that, there has to be some fucking gold at the end of that rainbow.
But what if what if it's this?
Gold wins for me.
But let me ask you this. Frank Reich. You're a fan of him, right?
I'm a fan of him being an offensive coordinator.
But he was put in a shit situation, correct?
Of course, he was under the worst fucking owner in football.
Okay, so
that guy's the worst. No, the Carolina Panthers owner, David Tepper, he's fucking horrible, bro. This is not you guys are missing the context of what I'm saying, right?
No, I agree with what you're saying. I'm just giving you. Okay, Stu, relax, bro, relax. And let me ask you real quick, Wasted. Would you rather go get a quarterback in free agency, or would you rather draft one?
Oh, fuck yourself, Graphk.
Yo, salute to James, man. Salute Graphk and Supreme Talent. Laugh out loud. Love the content. Raiders.
Yo, and Clint Westwood, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. If you don't win a couple of more games, I can't just say to give you the job.
No, but I understand that.
I'm just saying. Like, I don't know what why anybody would feel like what I'm saying is some foreign concept. You gotta fucking win a couple of more games to make it palatable to give the dude a job.
But Wasted, what if the talent that we have on this team is 7 wins? What if the talent that we really have on this team? What if we overvalue a lot of these guys? Like what if we win 7 games?
I know we do, bro. See, what you gotta understand for me is that
our DB room right now is terrible.
A lot of these
Corey Bennett, Brandon Faison, Tyler Hall. We have Nate House. Bro, our DBs are terrible. Could you imagine being in the AFC West playing Herbert, Mahomes, and Russell Wilson, and he's back in action with these DBs?
Bro, the thing is that it's context, right? I'm not saying he has to win fucking 4 out of 5 games. What I'm saying is you got to win a couple of more, and it has to look a certain way when you lose, right? It has to look a certain way.
I agree.
This is what I need to see to give him the job. It's not. It's okay. Not.
Was the Miami game? What'd you see with that Miami game?
What I saw in that Miami game, that was a good effort.
Okay, so what'd you see against the Chiefs?
The Chief game was something where it put a little doubt in my mind.
Okay.
Because we are up 14-0 in that game, and then we didn't score another point.
I agree.
3 points in the second half.
But that's 4 games. 2 of them you went out and handled business the way you were. The
one looked good, so that's 3. So, but the thing is that when going forward, it has to look closer to what it looked like in Miami and with the Jets, and not what it looked like against the Chiefs. So if we go out here and we shit the bed for the rest of the season, right now, if I'm being honest, do I want AP to have a job? And do I want Champ Kelly to have a job just for sure continuity, just because I like AP, just because I feel like he's a leader, just because that would just be a Raider-ass move? Yes. But I have to keep things in context. Yeah. I got to see it. Everybody's like, hey, give the guy a job now. And I'm like, yo, I got to see it to the end because I got to see what this looks like. Because the thing is, if this thing careens off the cliff,
which
then it becomes something different, and it can careen off the cliff,
especially with your best player dealing with a major knee injury. Real quick, hey, this is crazy. I got to show this real quick. Salute to Mr. Rogers and Hug D's. I'm gonna read both of these real quick, but look at this shit. Although AP is 2-2, those 4 games were played at a different level from McDildo era. Factory. I'll give Miss flowers for that, but Dubs reign supreme. I agree. Now look at that default picture of John, and look at this shit. Look at Mr. Rogers. That shit is scary. Yeah. That shit's scary. Both of y'all.
Go back and forth. Go back and forth.
But look at this shit. And Mr. Rogers, I'm going to read it. Look at this shit real quick, bro. Okay, look at that. And look at it.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. They took a picture of a violator.
That's just a trip. I thought I was tripping. I thought John made another page or something. I was like, what the hell going on? So look at
like, you're just looking at violator.
I know, but it's like both, man. Come on, man. I don't like wasted tonight, bro. Like this shit is not cool. Bro.
F you.
Salute to Mr. Rogers. I will be tailgating in the
F outta
J at Vegas Ralph's spot. Fire Josh Sign guy has a spot. Would love to meet you guys, Raider Nation. Salute to you, Mr. Rogers. I will be out there for sure. Denver weekend. I won't be out there the next few weeks. I know we have 2 more road games, right? We have one in Indy, one in KC. New Year's Day and then Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So Minnesota, the Chargers, Broncos. I'll be out there for the Broncos. So if you're out there, Rogers, please let me know, brother. I would love to meet you, man. Definitely.
These look super short in that picture, though, man. Super short.
Super short. Hey, did you see that that presser? There's an art. Well, I don't know if it was a presser or article that came out. Did you see that AP compared Michael Mayer to Jeremy Shockey?
Yeah, I saw that, and I think that's a pretty good.
A phenomenal. I don't think you get any better than that. I get the Gronk comparison. Gronk is just on a different stratosphere. Shockey was a baller too. Don't get me wrong, he was a baller.
But then with Gronk blocked like a fucking right tackle.
Yes.
So that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
You know, Jeremy Shockey, that's a great. If he can play close to what Shockey was or be better, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Shockey was phenomenal for a couple of years, man.
Played with the Giants. I think that's a really, really, really great comparison. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, I gotta do it. Shameless plug. Our hot sauce is now available. Any Given Sunday sauce, LV special edition. Go to anygivensundaysauces.com. The link is somewhere in here, man. Go get you a bottle.
Man, that's
Let
right.
me know what you guys think about it. Send me some videos. I'll upload every one of them. I appreciate you guys as always. And also OakLosVegas.com. It is about to get a whole new makeover tomorrow. I'm going over there, adding a bunch of new stuff to the site. Salute to everybody that's been supporting today. A bunch of stuff today. I want to say real quick, salute to Sean Campbell. He just ordered a coffee and convo while Wasted was talking, man. Salute to my guy, Sean Campbell. Also, I want to say salute to my boy Tyrone. Went on there today and ordered a mug as well, and also a Planet Raiders hoodie, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, the first to get one of those hoodies, man. So I appreciate you, Ron. Thank you, my brother. Let me see. Salute, congrats to you for launching your sauce. I appreciate you, brother. That means a lot. Man. Thank you.
Man. I think when I get off the air, I might launch my sauce too.
Yo, salute to Franklin Skinner. I copped 2 bottles. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, my Planet Raiders brother. And we got to have a conversation with Franklin soon about we're about to do some things at Planet Raiders. So I'm gonna hit up Skinner soon. Salute to my brother, man, my Oos. Oos, I'm finna cop the sauce before the holidays. I appreciate you, brother. Make sure you put in the promo code OLV Oos to go get you some money off, my brother. Salute to you, man. And tell the family, man, we send our love, bro. He said, hey, yo. This is what you get when you get tired, wasted, bro. Like real talk. This is it is what it is, man. Hell of a show tonight. Sauce boss. Yo,
he said, "Oh,
that is hilarious, bro." And Robert, man, hey, Wasted is working on the merch. I promise you, the line is coming. The thick frame, all that good stuff is going to be on the way. So stay tuned. Got to get rid of guys if they're not improving or not want to get better. And Jesus, this is why that whole D line needs a major upgrade. Defensive tackle, outside of Adam Butler and in spurts, John Jenkins. They're both free agents as well. We got to revamp that defensive tackle room. We definitely got to attack the corners. Like I like where we are at safety. I like Epps. I like Merrick. I like Palomau. I want to still see what Chris Smith has, but like we need to revamp that DB room, bro. Like
the trenches in general.
Yeah,
you know the offensive line. That's one thing about the Reggie McKenzie years. The one thing that he did was he focused on the trenches, especially on the offensive line, man.
Yeah.
He made sure that offensive line, soup to nuts, was covered.
Yep.
We need to get back to that. Football is always football. I think sometimes we make it a little like you get McDumbass saying that, we won't have the ball that long.
Yeah.
Just shit like that is really, really maddening to me.
Yeah.
Football is always football. I hate people that come in and run an organization and think that they're going to outsmart every fucking body.
Yeah. Well,
man.
McKenzie played the game.
Yeah.
He understands the trenches. He knows what that means. When we went out and got Kalichi Assembly in free agency, and then we got, Rodney Hudson, drafted Gade, that changed everything for us. There was a reason why DC was phenomenal. It was because of him as well in 2016. But that O-line, man, that O-line held up for him, bro. And it did progressively get worse under Reggie McKenzie. It did. But, I mean, at the end of the day, some of those guys were aging a little bit. Some guys were dealing with injuries.
And there were some issues, too. There were some personal issues. There were things that were happening.
Yeah.
And to be real with you, bro, I think that Reggie, the one thing, if I'm being honest, that he messed up with was not seeing the handwriting on the wall and moving forward. Gabe Jackson deal, the second deal was a bad deal.
Yeah.
He should have moved on from Gabe Jackson. He probably should have gave John Feliciano the job. It's certain things there that I think he could have done. But initially, the first, the first version of the Raider line under McKenzie was closer to what we would like to see here, what we got now.
I think, and I know Wasted what you're alluding to, and I said this before, y'all, and I don't want to beat this shit to an oblivion. I spoke to a running back. You guys probably know who it is that played on that team. He said it was Cap. I spoke to two O-linemen personally that said that situation was Cap. Now, there may have been something else behind the scenes where they were, arguing about, but the whole kneeling and all the other shit, from what I heard from three of the horses' mouth, it was bullshit. So that's all I'm going to say. So I'm not going to go back to that. It is what it is. I just seen somebody upload another interview the other day from someone's wife, former player.
Fucking Brent Grimes, Miko Grimes.
Yes, and she was on the Breakfast Club, and it started going viral again.
Yeah, that broad is always talking, man. She needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man. I was like, you know what, bro? Let me go ahead and just say, at least from what I heard.
Brent Grimes ain't never played for the fucking Raiders. And it's annoying, bro. Like, just shut the fuck up. For real, man. No disrespect. You could be in the media, you could do your thing, but I'm tired of people just throwing shit up because they heard. Yeah. Like you're that entrenched in league circles. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Look, I talked to KO in Atlanta, and then he actually did an interview where he said it was bullshit too. Talked to Donald Penn at the alumni party. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, Stu, we're over there hanging out. And then, former running back, I don't want to put it out there because I don't want to have him, but I'm just going to say that they said it was Cap. So,
yeah, but bro, what I was alluding to wasn't even that. What I meant.
No, I know, but people hear that and then they instantly think that. That's why I seen a few comments. My boy Von's in the building. He said they were kneeling. That's why I wanted to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But for me, man, it was like personal issues, like money issues, things like that, like Kalechi Assembly. Yeah. Holding out and just things like that. Fucking John Feliciano thinking that he should be starting and things of that nature. Yeah. So everything kind of careened off the cliff. And let's just be for real here, bro. That first version of that is what we need to get back to. We need to get back to building the offensive line and the defensive line. If you show me a team with both, i.e. the Philadelphia Eagles, you show me a team with both, i.e. the Kansas City Chiefs, I will show you a winning football team.
Factory. Salute to my brother John. Once again, in my defense, I was on the field and Violator was first row. I ain't short, shrimpy talent.
All right, John, what are you? 4'11", 5'1", 5'2"? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I got to be honest. Waist is like 6'1", 6'2", right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. So I'm not tall, but I'm not short at all.
Yeah. Everyone was, let me see, Chiefs O-line is doo-doo. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's ass, but I mean, it's not great, but it ain't terrible.
What? You said the Chiefs O-line is doo-doo?
Yeah,
crazy as hell. Yeah, no, they have a very good offensive line. That's the one thing they don't like. They did have a bad offensive line. They've upgraded exponentially.
Yeah,
like
No, go ahead.
No, they've upgraded exponentially, bro. Their defensive line, their defense has gotten a lot better. The offensive line, they got a lot of young guys there. They're able to impose their will on other teams. The Chiefs actually have a pretty damn good offensive line. That means you're not watching, bro.
Salute to Hendo. We talked about this before too, brother. Pryor was ahead of his time. If he was in the NFL now, it'd be a little different. But remember, they converted him to wide receiver. He ended up playing really at a high level. Wasn't he a Pro Bowler one year? I could have swore Pryor was.
Yeah. I think he made it as a special teamer or some shit. Was it like a special teamer or something?
I thought it was that receiver.
I don't think he made it. I don't know if he's a Pro Bowler, but he had a really good season with the Browns.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Terrell Pryor, even in today's NFL, wouldn't be any good.
Yeah.
Terrell Pryor did not have any concept of what it was to be under center and play quarterback in the National Football League. He was just an athlete. He was a guy that they made him keep all his reads to one side of the field. His first read, his primary read, is check down and take off and run. He was just an athlete, bro. And at Ohio State, that's pretty much what they did. They used him in the same vein of Vince Young. Like Urban Meyer, if you look at Urban Meyer's track record, he doesn't develop quarterbacks. Urban Meyer was the kind of guy, and I forget whether TP even played under Urban. I don't think he played under Urban Meyer. When TP was there, was Jim Tressel still there when TP was at Ohio State?
I thought he played for Urban Meyer.
Did he play for Urban Meyer? Or did he play for Jim Tressel?
I thought he played for Urban Meyer, but
I don't know, bro, because it's been
OSU guy. So
yeah. Like I think Tressel was still there because didn't Tressel get in trouble? Like didn't they got some sanctions something because of Terrell Pryor with the tattoo shit and stuff, all that stuff. Yeah. It was Tressel, right? But even Tressel, those guys, they're not there. And Urban Meyer has said this, and Tressel, they were not there to develop them to go to the NFL. They were there to make them good college quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Urban Meyer, like if you look at what he did with Chris Leak and Tim Tebow and guys like that, he didn't develop them to be good, NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And even when he had Alex Smith did a lot of running at Utah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, AP, actually, that's a name that I'm starting to hear a lot more in the upcoming draft is Nate Wiggins, the corner out of Clemson.
Nate Wiggins is a dog. He is a guy to be a top 8 pick.
Yeah. At least top 10. Like for sure. Like
the basement is 10. Yeah. He's a top 8 pick.
And potentially I can see somebody moving up to go get him. He definitely.
It's so many quarterbacks in this draft. That's the only reason why he will fall beyond that. Because you can have people that go on. You know how it is in every draft. There's a run on quarterbacks. When we have these mock drafts, i.e. last year, everybody said it just Stroud and Bryce Young and no one else. And then somebody moves up and gets Trent Richardson. Yeah. Not Trent Richardson, Anthony Richardson.
Trent
Richardson was the bad running back. But
oh my God, no vision at all.
Yeah, man. But so there, that's the thing. And in this draft, there might be probably 4 quarterbacks that can go in the top 10.
Oh, easy. Shit, potentially 5, maybe even 6. I mean, if people really value JJ, he may land up there. Jaden Daniels, if someone really thinks highly of him. Bo Nix, there's a slew of these guys that can go in. If people, there's going to be a run at some point. You know what I mean?
If JJ McCarthy comes out this year, I didn't know whether he was coming out this year. Yeah. JJ McCarthy's also another guy that can go high. Yeah. So this could be one of those years. This can be like the 1983 draft.
Yeah.
The 1983 draft with Elway, Marino, Todd Blackledge, Kenny O'Brien, Jim Kelly, all of those guys. It could be that kind of a draft, man.
Did O'Brien go to the Jets?
Yeah. Kenny O'Brien was drafted over Dan Marino.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. Salute to Quadre, my dog. Salute, soldiers. The game is one of the trenches. Take 2 years and try to grab 3 first-round linemen like Dallas did. Oof. And there's some nice linemen in this draft. There really are. There's some nice tackles, some good guards. I like a few of those guys out of Georgia. And we're going to break down more of that. We were just talking about our guy, Joe Alt at Notre Dame. You know what I mean? He was just asking me over the phone what I really thought about him. And we'll do at some point. We'll break down the tackles and the guards.
Yeah, and Quinn Ewers is not coming out this year. He's going back to Texas.
Yeah,
and that's one of the reasons why people think Arch Manning might leave.
Yeah, but he even said he was going to stay. But I don't. At this point, he better, if he wants to have some type of draft value, he's going to have to enter that portal and go somewhere else, bro. You can't live off your name sitting on the bench, like real talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, but salute to Quadre on the 20-piece special, man. Appreciate you, brother. Real talk. I like this. Any thoughts on Janarius Robinson? It was a must, Kenny. Mind you, I'm not saying that this guy is going to be a major factor for us, but with Max dealing with the knee injury, with Malcolm Kuntz now on the injury report with the ankle injury, he was limited today in practice. With Tyree's development just not there yet, he's still trying to figure it out. I think it was a necessary evil to bring up Janarius Robinson off the practice squad. What do you think, Wasted?
Yeah, I think what it shows us is that the Max Crosby scenario is a real scenario.
Yeah.
It's a real scenario. And to be honest with you, I think they should have made a move as soon as the Chan man went nuts. They should have been brought in the defensive lineman. They should have
Dunlap, Melvin Ingram, one of those
they
guys.
fucking been done it. They should have been done it. And now they're shooting themselves in the foot, and they got to bring in an unproven commodity. And
two of them. Yeah.
Well, that other guy's a practice squad guy. I don't think he's a player at all. But and this is the reason why when I look at the Tyree Wilson debacle. Now everybody's saying he's a rookie, he's going to get better and all of this shit. But this is the reason why when you take a guy in the top 7, he has to be a contributor the first year. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Yeah. Because now we're sitting up here and we talking about he's got to develop it next year, wait till next year, and now they need him.
I want to do something real quick. 2023 NFL draft. I mean, we could pretty much name all the guys in order of what happened, but I want to see something real quick because I want to see what kind of impact all these guys have had on their teams and not Tyree Wilson. Real quick. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Wipe them feet. Whether you guys are watching that Wastes channel or mine, we appreciate you guys.
This ain't on my channel.
I connected it.
Yeah, bro. Nobody's watching because when the show started, it's I don't think so, Graphk. It might not. Let me look.
It'll probably end up being after the live. But I went back on there and connected. So Bryce Young, we all know he didn't pan out yet in year 1. CJ Stroud is balling. Will Anderson Jr. is cooking. He just had 2 sacks this last game. Anthony Richardson was starting to put it all together before he went down with that injury. Devin Witherspoon's a fucking dog for the Seahawks. Paris Johnson Jr. has been good for the Arizona Cardinals, just in a bad situation. Tyree, we all know what he did.
Will Anderson is an animal. All these guys.
The Falcons have not found a way to use Bijan Robinson. It's insane to me how much of a talent you have, and you're still trying to use like this 2-headed, 3-headed. Like, what are you doing? You have a tremendous talent on your hands with Bijan Robinson, and they're fumbling it. Jalen Carter balling, and Darnell Wright with the Chicago Bears looks really good also. So, yeah, man. I think we're pretty much the only team. Why can't we have anything good, Wasted?
Hey, man. You know what? When you draft the wrong people, that's what happened. Listen, bro. We knew when you look at the tape. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Even with Hondo, I didn't really want to disrespect Hondo when he was on here and push back too much because I wanted him. It wasn't about me. It was about what he thinks, right? But what I think is I think that if we have to fucking put perfume on shit every year as Raider fans, that's very annoying to me. And I think that this new regime, when they were here, is a part of the reason why they're not here is because they don't understand the temperature of the room. They're tone deaf. You needed to knock that pick out of the park. You needed to turn this shit around. You didn't. That's why you're not here. F them.
Agreed. Question: you guys think AP gets the job as the new coach? And if he does, who do you think he's bringing in as the new staff? And who's he keeping? That is a crazy, crazy default picture. That is.
I don't even want to answer your question, Jesus.
Yo, bro.
Get the F out of here, Jesus. Get that thing. What the F is that?
Bro, that is a bloated monkey ass. I don't. It looked like.
Listen, I don't want to see any baboon ass.
Hey, Sus, I'm answering your question. Yes.
The F out of here.
Yes. Hey, Sus, that's the answer.
Get the F out of here, Jesus. You put baboon ass up on our channel. The F out of here.
Salute to my brother Vaughn, man. When's the last time we had a solid draft? Well, you know what's funny, Vaughn? Like, I still want to give this class a little time because I like Trey Tucker a lot. I like Michael Mayer. We don't know what we have in Chris Smith. Aiden O'Connell's looking okay as the starter. I want to give this like class some flowers, but I can't yet. Last year's was terrible, absolutely ass. Salute to Mumford, our 7th rounder out of Ohio State. He's been playing good for us, but par him. But Zeus, Matthew Butler, Neil Farrell, we definitely shit the bed in last year's draft. It's been a few years, man. I mean, realistically, I want to go back to 2014. Shit with DC, Khalil Mack, and Gabe Jackson. Like, I mean,
Nico Autry and fucking
it has to be 2014, right? Like, like that has to be the last draft that we had.
10 fucking years. Every 10 years we hit on the draft. Yeah,
well, you know what? We can't go back to the one where we got Hunter and Max in the later rounds, but But then you look at the other guys that were in that draft, you're like, holy shit. Like, did you really go get those guys around these guys?
Yeah.
Like, just nasty work. Nasty work.
Man, I'm sick of everybody calling this fucking guy Zeus riding his horse. The F out of here.
Salute to Two Romes. I believe AOC is a good quarterback. He just cannot make plays on his own like all the other good quarterbacks in the league. I feel the Raiders need some mobility at quarterback. Your thoughts? I think that he hasn't been given enough time yet, Two Romes. I think he can make plays on his own, but right now he's pretty much been dealing with two different playbooks. Like realistically, like do this now. Okay, he's gone now. Do this.
Yeah, and I think everybody talking about, oh, you need a mobile quarterback. It's cool to have a mobile quarterback, but most of the time, mobile quarterbacks don't win Super Bowls.
Yeah,
they don't win Super Bowls.
Real talk.
Let's just be for real here. Look at the last 20 years. How many mobile quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, real talk.
Says, I agree. Mobile QB is the way. Why?
But this the thing though, Two Romes. Like you say he cannot make plays on his own like all the other good QBs in the league. We'll name them. Because I don't know. There's still some pocket passers, in the NFL right now that make throws from the pocket. They don't have
Mahomes is not a run first quarterback. He's mobile in the pocket. He can run, but Mahomes is doing that to set up throwing the football down the football field.
He's also a generational talent. Like let's just not. We can't beat around that. Like this, once in a lifetime, you see a Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't happen every year.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron, can he move? Yeah, but he is a pocket passer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pocket passer, bro.
Burrow can move, but he's a pocket passer.
Brady was a pocket passer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And the thing is,
Drew Brees can move, but he's a pocket guy too.
And that's the thing. Guys that understand how to play within that pocket concept and looking down the field, they can move the pocket and move coverage and stuff like that just from shifting their feet. Brady used to do it a lot of times. Manning used to do it, just simple stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen hasn't won a goddamn thing. Like everybody throws on Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. These guys have done nothing in the National Football.
Hey, realistically, you know what's so crazy?
Lamar Jackson's won the league MVP.
No, definitely. But Tim Chubb, think about it like this. Josh Allen has all that talent in Buffalo, all of it. And they're only one game better than Aiden O'Connell right now. One game. Right. One game. Think about that. With all that talent out there, with Von Miller on the defensive side of the football, with Diggs and Gabe Davis and everything that the two tight end sets that they have with, their young rook, and who else they have out there? They got a shit ton of weapons out there.
Cook and all these guys.
Oh, James Cook. They're 6-6. So, realistically.
These fucking guys, bro. Everybody, you got to go and get a running quarter. You go get Cam Newton, you make it you don't win.
Yep.
You don't win shit. There hasn't been a running quarterback that's won a goddamn thing. So get the F out of here.
That's hella funny. Look at even the guys that are having a phenomenal year in the MVP candidates. Dak is a pocket guy. He can use his legs here and there, but he's a pocket guy. Shit, Brock Purdy, pocket guy. Both these guys operate out of the pocket. You know what I mean? And most of the damage that Dak does when he throws his picks, what happens, Wasted?
When he's running.
There you have it. So,
he's running. And I'm not a big Dak guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Dak Prescott guy, but the thing with Prescott is the fact that
a phenomenal year though. You can't take away from him.
Look, and they got him in the 4th round too.
Yeah. Yep. Right before Connor Cook, right after Connor Cook, or right before Connor Cook. After.
No, after.
Right after. Cook. They wanted Connor Cook.
Jerry wanted Connor Cook, yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of the ball highlight, and that offense kind of shit the bed out there in Buffalo. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. You got anything else to say, Sleepy Wasted, man? What we got going on, man?
No, I'm just angry, and I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I see it for what it is. Daniel Kim, real quick, one question. Also, if we drafted the Shillmore picks, our team would have been crazy. Talk that shit, Daniel Kim. Talk. Come on, man. We would have been, man, bro, look, I don't even want to do the woulda, coulda, shoulda shit, but, man, all these players that we identify year in and year out have been phenomenal at the NFL level. Look at my guy Tank Dell before he got hurt. I talked about Tank Dell every week. Wasted. He became the number one option with CJ Stroud and balling.
Juice Scruggs.
Juice Cross balling. I mean, Tariq Woolen was cooking with Seattle. But, you know, oh, man, we can do this shit all day, bro. But you know what's funny? We're talking all this shit now. We're going to absolutely shit the bed this year with our picks.
Juice Scrubs.
We're going to absolutely shit the bed this just because we're talking our shit right now. We're not going to pick any guys. But
Javon Holland.
Oh, Javon, I wanted him in the first round. People thought I was crazy. I said, go get him in the first round. We got Leatherwood, and then we got Merrick in the second.
Leatherwood. Yo, Donnell Washington. I mean, God, look, look, Jaquan Brisker.
Oh my God, bro. Oh.
I mean, the
the list goes on, man.
The list goes on. And look, man, it's okay. It's okay. But you know,
that's one guy. You're right, John. Drew Sanders disappeared. He definitely did. I've not heard anything. That was Andy's guy initially, and then we started watching.
Andy's been shitting the bed, man. Fucking Verone McKinley.
Yeah.
Verone McKinley.
Yeah.
Verone McKinley. Where's Verone McKinley now? Somebody put out an ABB on Verone McKinley. Where the fuck is he at?
Salute to Mr. Rogers. Yes, everybody, man, go subscribe to my brother Wasted Talents channel, man. Let's get him to 10K. Look, Hammer's almost at 8. Waste is getting there to 10. It's a blessing, man. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to my brother's channel. Let's run it up. Sometimes he's on time. You know what I mean? So make sure you subscribe to Wasted Talent.
And I can't confirm or deny whether I'm going to be on time. But you know what? When I show up, shit happens.
There you go. I like it. And you brought the violence tonight, and I love it. Thanks. Real quick, on the way out, salute the Q. Give me a Burrow type. Only uses his legs as the last result. And there you have it, Q. There you have it. I like that.
Where's the young chubby dude who used to be on it? The young chubby dude lost 100 pounds, and now he's the maturing, sculpted, angry wet blanket that we know as Andy.
Lou, I definitely wish I knew who Champ wanted last year. And highlight, this is facts. We literally have literal proof of our scouting talent. We dead ass. Literally, there's film on us every day talking about the same guys that we wanted on this football team. So definitely. With that being said, I'm gonna let my brother go get some sleep before he throws his computer through his fucking wall. Salute to everybody here in the building. We appreciate you guys. As always, want you guys to know we're still working on some guests behind the scenes, trying to add some new people, to the channel. Stay tuned. I'm actually working on something that if I can pull it off, it'd be really, really major. If y'all can in the chat, man, just say a prayer for us because I'm really trying to make this happen. If I can pull this one off, we to the moon, bitch. So stay tuned with that. Other than that, man, once again, anygiven-sunday-sauces.com. Go get you a bottle. Let me know what you guys think about it, man. OakLosVegas.com. I'm adding a bunch of stuff. I'm literally focused on Oak Las Vegas tomorrow, putting a bunch of new stuff on the website. So go over there and check it out, OakLosVegas.com. And PlanetRaiders.com will be revamped soon. We're going to be doing, especially for next season, we're going to be doing a whole revamp of the website. It's going to be crazy, man. So other than that, man, salute to you guys. As always, love y'all. We are outro. On the way out, hit that sub button and wipe them shits. Go.
That's what I'm talking about.